The best way you can support me is with a simple subscribe. Subscribe to my channel for more content like this. All right, Mr. TALIAFERRO TV. To me, it's a very sad story. And honestly, in a time where I feel like black women are starting to control things, really come together, put their power together, and make change. If you know, if you study demographics and you want to know something that's very interesting, black women is the highest growing businesswoman right now, right? They're coming up with their own businesses more than any other combination of race and gender. Black women are on the rise, right? And when you come to hip hop, it's a growing sport right now. So obviously by default, you're going to see more women in it. One problem that women have always had in hip hop, it seems like at the top, they can never get along. All right. And you got a problem like this because Nicki Minaj has been at the top for so long, no one can get along with her. And I'm not gonna lie, when I heard this story today, and it's a detailed one, when I seen this one today, I was like, yo, maybe it's time to stop giving Nicki Minaj a break. Maybe she is a part of the problem. We're gonna tell a quick story here on Mr. TALIAFERRO TV. Just tune in. A couple months ago, this picture arrives, right? This is a picture of Nicki Minaj and Quavo. Now, reportedly, these two were in the studio. It's not even reportedly. We know this for a fact. Nicki and Quavo have confirmed they got in the studio, in Nicki's little private studio. They knocked some records out. That's dope. Nicki Minaj and Quavo, as great as Quavo is on hooks, as dope as Nicki Minaj can be on verses, that sounds like a great combination. And it looks like they're going to have some content either on Nicki's album or Quavo's album, right? So I'm all happy there. That seems dope. Cardi B, on the other hand, she did an interview today, right? And it is one of those interviews where you're like, yo, you feel it. You feel the tension. All right. Cardi B did an interview and it released today. And they asked her about the motorsport record, right? And I'll just put this on the screen right now. She said, when I heard the track, the motorsport track, Nicki's verse wasn't finished. And then she said something that was very interesting to me. She said, or it's not that the verse, that's not the verse that's on there right now. And Quavo told me to get on that song, and I felt like it was a perfect opportunity for me to be on a track that's big like them. Because those are two of the big people, and I just started in the game. And I just know if I get on this record, it's going to be crazy. Like, who doesn't want it? Now, let's explain something about Cardi B, because I met Cardi B once. It was brief. I was able to say hello. We, tried to talk about doing an interview with her. Things were happening so quick, I just couldn't get everything out to her. She seems like the person that you see on social media. It doesn't seem like a facade to me. I will say that. To me, Cardi B is the type of person, it's like, yo, if Nicki were ever to get along with the chick, a young rapper, I think Cardi B would be the one. I understand why Remy and Nicki Minaj don't get along. They're two polarizing personalities. But the cool laid-back chick that I've seen, one of the most cool laid-back ones that I've seen and met, is Cardi B. I mean, her personality is not a facade, right? So if Nicki and Cardi are not going to get along, it's like, yo, can Nicki get along with anybody? Again, I'm going to read the first line of what this interview had in it. She said, well, when I heard the motorsports track, Nicki's verse wasn't finished, or it's not the verse that's on there right now. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to first put Nicki Minaj's verse on the screen, and then we'll put Cardi's verse on the screen, and I'll tell you what I think happened here. All right? So for those who don't remember Nicki's motorsport verse, it went kind of like this. It was like, yo, watch your man. Then you should watch your mouth. Bitches is press. Administer mouth to mouth. You see them stats? You know what I am about? I am the champ. I'm Iron Mike and about. Attention, I'm gonna need you to face front. You don't want smoke with me. This is a lace blunt. Raps Jackie Chan, we ain't pulling them fake stunts. My crown won't fit on your bum ass lace fronts. And that's the first part of the verse. And I'm guessing Cardi ain't hear nothing like this initially when she heard this record and this verse. Cause a lot of people have assumed and speculated, and I heard academics' story that I talked about a couple weeks on my channel, that this was about Cardi, and Cardi was responding to a verse that Nicki had on that record about her. And I was like, yo, I don't know. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I I don't want to push that because once that goes there, I think we're heading down a beef with these two. We can't go back. So let's read Cardi's verse, which now this might be in response. She might have went back in the studio. Now, she didn't say this, but she might have went back in the studio after she heard the latest Nicki verse. I mean, it's Offset. It's the Migos record, so they're not going to let the record go out without her hearing her. You know what I'm saying? He's going to play that for his girl, you think, right? So Cardi's verse goes as following. Same lips that be talking about it, the same lips that be ass kissing. These hoes ain't what they say they are, and they pussy stank, they cash fishing. Same hoes that was sending shots, they reaching out like they back itching. All right? Then let's keep that Cardi wave going. She said, look, why would I hop in some beef when I could just hop in a Porsche? You heard she gonna do what from who? That's not a reliable source. No, so tell me, have you seen her? Let me wrap my weave up. I'm the Trapsolina. That my gasolina skirt. All right, so when I first heard that, I was like, yo, dope verses by Nicki and Cardi. But obviously, if you can watch the interview, I'll post a link to the interview from Cardi earlier. You could tell she was kind of thrown off by that. And like I said earlier, somebody gonna beef with Cardi B. As nice and as friendly as she is, you probably ain't gonna have no friends in whatever genre you're in, right? Yo, maybe, just maybe, this is my theory. Maybe, just maybe, Nicki found out that Cardi was gonna be on this record, and she went back in and threw some pre-shots just in case Cardi decided to throw some shots at her. And you know, that's very disappointing to me, man. That is absolutely crazy to me. Yo, these two great women, Cardi's on the up and ups, Nicki's one of the top ever women ever. And it's like, yo, that at that point, Cardi heard the record. She heard Nicki go back in, and once she seen Nicki went back in the studio and changed her verse up, Cardi was like, yo, I might send a couple shots her way. And again, I was one of the people who was trying to remain optimistic about the situation, but these two are heading towards a beef. It's going to happen. Do I believe somebody's in Cardi B's ear gassing her? I believe somebody from the label might be telling her Nicki's doing some stuff. Is Nicki doing this stuff? Maybe she is, maybe she ain't. But all I can say about this with Nicki is, yo, dang, you can't get along with no one. You ain't co-signing no young female artists, because we should be looking at Nicki as the same way we look at Drizzy Drake, right? And Drake's got the OVO label. What does Nicki got? Like, what legacy is she leading? Is she putting women on? Because she talked this great game about being the boss, but it's like a part of being the boss is what's your legacy? And it's like Nicki's still focused on Nicki as a solo artist instead of like passing the torch or starting to hand it off. What, Nicki's around, what, 34, 35 right now? I'm just saying, it looks like we're on pace for a beef. And it's like, yo, it's probably just people around both of these people in their ears. And I hate for that to be the case. But I'm telling you right now, it seems like some slick hating is going on from Nicki's side. And I hate to say that, right? I hate to say that. But if Cardi is saying what she's saying, if this is true, she said she heard an entirely different motorsports verse from Nicki Minaj initially when she decided that she was going to hop on the record. She's like, yo, I'm about to hop on this record with these big superstars. This is dope. Then she said the record, she heard it again, and the verse was different. Now, at that point, I don't know if Nicki, again, I don't know if Nicki went back in the lab, found out Cardi was on the verse, cooked something different up. But I just played for you some lines that could be some Nicki's son and the up-and-coming rapper. Like, this is like LeBron going against Ben Simmons. Like, yo, Ben, you're going to be great one day, but it's still my time. That's kind of how it felt on that verse. And I was the guy saying, I don't believe Nicki's talking about Cardi, or I don't believe Cardi's talking about Nicki. But one would assume that this might be the case. And that's why the verse placement is the way it is. Cardi's in front of Nicki because, you know what I'm saying, I'm pretty sure the pull she got with the Migos, she's like, no, let me go first. Let me get my shit off first so it doesn't look like I'm dissing her. Again, it looks like we're heading towards a beef between these two superstar women. I hate that. But it absolutely seems like nobody can get along in women's rap. And it's very disappointing. You guys tell me what you think about this. Some of the other stuff that was out there, again, I've denied that I believe that they're true. But we will see. Again, talk to me about this whole situation. Very unfortunate for women's rap, man. These are two of the top ones, and you want some people to get along at the top, man, because women's rap gotta grow, and it's gotta grow with people getting along, and it doesn't look like that can happen right now. All right, salute to all black women though, because black women are figuring it out together. It just seems like in hip hop they can't figure it out for nothing in the world. All right, I'm out.
I want to salute you, homie, you know, for building your own thing and doing your own thing, creating your own platform, your own website.
I got one life to live out my dreams, and I'm giving this thing all I got. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I represent the culture.
Right now you're turning up on MrTaliaferro.com, shawty.